How's it going, YouTube? Hi, Drax, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Legends Revealed and Stuff Special Edition Part 2. As you can see, we have the banner pulled up right here from the obvious tweet that they have on their Twitter account. It basically reads, get info on events coming for the second half of the 4th anniversary. An iconic scene is finally here, and then they give the broadcast date and when the URL will be released. I just want to say that I will be live streaming my reaction to the part 2, so if you guys are interested, stick around. On the 21st I will be live that day playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and then we'll move over and do a little bit of a reaction to this information that they're going to give us here. But let's go ahead and talk about what I think the iconic scene is. A lot of people are throwing out speculation here and there as what it could be. I am going to start with what is least likely to appear, with the first being the Ozaru Punch Goku from the Dragon Ball Saga. This is the final scene we see where Goku kills the Demon King Piccolo. This is his final attack where he focuses all his attack power into his punch. It is also a moment where he uses the Kamehameha to basically fly up and deliver this punch. So I would consider this an iconic scene because it is obviously the original Dragon Ball Saga, and it is the end of the Demon King Piccolo arc where Goku wins. So this is definitely up there, but we do have a version of this in the game already with the Legends Road Goku, but it is not a Legends Limited character or even an Ultra character yet, so it is unfortunate that they had to reduce an iconic scene like this to a Legends Road character. But for the next one, I'm going to go with Cooler. Obviously, you guys know Cooler is a very hype character. A lot of people like him a lot. I personally believe that even though this is not a very iconic scene in the larger aspect of the entire Dragon Ball series, but for the movies, him going into his exclusive final form on the waterfall here definitely counts as iconic for me, because it's the first time we actually see a evolution past the original Frieza final form and then the full power final form. This could be considered an iconic scene for many people because obviously Cooler is very interesting as a character. He also generates a lot of hype with the fan base because he is Frieza's brother. But yeah, this is not a likely candidate for me because obviously I did decide to throw him on here because we do have the Bird Coup in the game already, as well as Snake Arm Piccolo, who is also available in the game, but we do not have as of yet a final form LF Cooler, so he is up there in my options as to who this could be. But let's go to the next character. That's going to be Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Unfortunately, we do not have a transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku as of yet, especially in this form. We only have the Angel Zenkai Purple Goku from that fight. I don't see them doing another version of this guy unless they decide to go ahead and do a transforming version of him. But if they had to go and do that, I would see this being more of an Ultra character as opposed to maybe a Legends Limited, because there isn't really much in terms of Legends Limited animations that they can pull for that exclusive legendary finish. So definitely a pick for an Ultra character for me if they are going to go with this iconic scene, but definitely not something I'm going to be picking up as a Legends Limited. The next character is obviously going to be Vegito, an iconic scene where Goku throws the Potara earrings to Vegeta, and then he goes and uses it to transform themselves into Vegito, the first ever fusion between the two characters that we've ever seen. So obviously Vegito is honestly going to be a very, very hype unit when he releases. So if they had to go and do this, it's likely they're not going to do a Legends Limited, but mostly an Ultra, with the intro being Goku and Vegeta fused together into Vegito, and then Vegito either goes Super Saiyan or he stays in his base form and then you transform later. All of these are good options really, but definitely a option for an Ultra character because Ultras are in the game, and it has been, I believe, almost 3 months now since we've last seen Ultra Kaioken Goku. So the option is right there for them to do a Ultra, and it would make sense considering that part 2 of the anniversary could honestly be an Ultra character, as in the past we've only had Legends Limited. The next character we're going to take a look at is going to be Spirit Bomb GT Goku, or the Universal Spirit Bomb Goku. An iconic scene from GT. There aren't many in GT. Apart from Gogeta and then Super Saiyan 4 Goku appearing in the series, there aren't really any legendary moments or iconic scenes. This being one of the greatest, if not the only one remaining from GT that actually matters. So they could go ahead and give us a GT Kid Goku that goes, or maybe even a Super Saiyan 4 Goku that revives into Kid Goku that could do a legendary finish with the Spirit Bomb. That's also an option. But yeah, definitely not something I'm very keen on seeing as of yet. Obviously, we want to see Spirit Bomb Goku. GT deserves the buffs, honestly, but not right now, considering that how bad the anniversary is. And GT in itself needs a lot more than just one single unit right now to be good. So definitely a pick for me as an iconic scene from GT. Probably the only scene left right now in my list for GT. And let's go ahead and speak about the big elephant in the room, and that's going to be Dragon Ball Z Broly from the movie 8 Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. This is a very iconic scene in the movies, if not the most iconic scene per se in the entire movie franchise from the original 13 movies. This transformation sequence is up there with one of the greatest transformation sequences they've ever done. I believe it's an iconic scene in that Broly itself was so popular from this movie that they've decided to add him into games. And even with the release of Dragon Ball Super Broly, they still continue to use the OG Broly here in a lot of the games and even in the mangas for the Dragon Ball Super Heroes manga and in the promotional anime. So Z Broly is definitely up for grabs. It would make a lot of sense to drop him now post anniversary in that slot, having his legendary finish be a blue card, because we do not have a legendary finish Broly outside of the DBS Broly, and it's been a very, very long time since we've actually seen a representation of this specific version of Broly from movie 8. The last time we actually saw a version of this Broly, I believe, was either the EX yellow version or the purple sparking version that they gave us for free. But then even that version of Broly was from the Second Coming movie. So they could do a little bit of a mix-up here where they could pull animations from both movies, Broly Second Coming and the original movie, for their legendary finish. But it would still be a Z Broly from that era, which would be a very, very good decision, as Broly in itself is always going to be a moneymaker, and a lot of people would be very happy seeing Broly here in the game as a legendary finish unit. Okay, let's speak about the actual picks now. Like, these picks here, I believe, are most likely before the ones before Broly and stuff. Those were just guesses as to who they could be doing as iconic moments, because there aren't really many left in the game that aren't covered in some form. Kaioken Goku released a very long time ago on one of the first ever step-ups, and he hasn't gotten a legendary finish yet. Vegeta does have a legendary finish, the Saiyan Saga Vegeta, as we know him as Ape Vegeta, that goes into the Great Ape, an exclusive giant transformation LF, which is very interesting. Obviously, Kaioken Goku would feed in nicely with that, but we do not have him as a Legends Limited yet, so they could go ahead and give us a Legends Limited Kaioken Goku that supports the Saiyan Saga, Son family, and maybe even a new category or some other form that they want to do, maybe even Saiyans if they decide to go that route. But this is going to be a very iconic moment, because it is the moment that Goku goes Kaioken times 4 to beat Vegeta in the beam struggle against the Gallic Gun. A very iconic scene, one of the greatest moments in all of Dragon Ball history, especially from Z. Personally, I actually like this character a lot. It's unfortunate that he's reduced to being a bench unit in most cases, because he is very old and he is a Zenkai, but not that good. I'm speaking of the OG blue one, but yeah. Okay, let's go with the most likely picks. Kaioken Goku is a very good option. He's going to be the last character outside of my best 3 picks. Obviously, this is an iconic moment for Gohan, and it would tie in very well with the Dragon Ball superhero movie, because as we know, they aren't going to be releasing the superhero movie content as of yet. They are probably contractually obligated not to touch any of the stuff from the movies, because it does seem like maybe they would drop during the global or the worldwide not download, the worldwide release of the movie in the West being the English dub. This Gohan here would tie in very nicely, obviously, because it is an Ultimate Gohan, but it does not directly correspond to the superhero movie, so they could mix and match here being an Ultimate Gohan. We do have two versions of him in the game, the green one and then the transforming one from DBS Super, but we do not have a legendary finish of this guy, or even an ultra version of him, obviously, but a legendary finish of this guy would work really well, because it would buff the hybrid teams and maybe even Son family, which is struggling a little bit as of late, considering that they haven't gotten directly buffed, I believe, in a very, very long time. This Gohan is probably the second hypest version of Gohan outside of the new movie, so people are very, they're very attached to this version of Gohan, because this is the time where he actually steps up as a protector of Earth after losing a lot of his strength during the time period where he goes to school and after the death of Goku. So this guy would be a very good option, is my number 3 pick as who is most likely to be an iconic moment. And the second pick is definitely going to be a Final Flash Vegeta. We only have 2 versions of him, and one of them is an EX copy and paste. The original version of this Vegeta was a year 1 unit that released, I believe, in the 3rd or 4th month, alongside a buff Trunks, who has also gotten a Zenkai. Both of these guys have gotten Zenkais, and it would make a lot of sense to drop a new Super Vegeta that does the Final Flash as his legendary finish right now, because it would be a blue card legendary finish and it would help a lot of teams. Obviously, Vegeta family is a very good team, but they can stand to get a lot more buffs. There are a lot of units and characters on that team that are very outdated and not currently meta relevant. Obviously, Saiyans is a very prominent team, but on the Saiyan team you do not see any Vegeta characters. The only Vegeta character that actually sits on that team is going to be the Goku and Vegeta, and then maybe Angel Vegeta as a support unit. Other than that, you do not see Vegeta on the Saiyan team, so having Vegeta doing the Final Flash and having him in his super grade form is going to be a very good thing for the game. A lot of people like this Vegeta, or not even like this Vegeta, they like his iconic moment being the Final Flash against Cell, where he fires all of his power and actually manages to destroy half of Cell's body. So this is going to be my second pick. I would honestly prefer to take this character over the coming character that I'm going to show you, because the next character is going to be a Ultra character, being a transforming Super Saiyan 1 into Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, where his transformation sequence as an Ultra, or his intro sequence as an Ultra, would be him transforming from Super Saiyan 1, having this flash of light, and then he's already Super Saiyan 2. This would be an iconic moment because we do not have any representation for a base Super Saiyan Gohan that transforms into Super Saiyan 2, other than the BoJack movie, which is a revival and a transformation, but we do not have any Cell Saga aspect of Gohan where he's already just a Super Saiyan or in the Super Saiyan form, either with or without his cape. We only have the Super Saiyan 2 versions where he's already transformed. So this would be my genuine pick as to what we would see be revealed during the reveals and stuff. Hopefully I'm wrong, because it's easy for hybrids to get very out of control, especially with Father-Son Kamehameha Gohan being very, very relevant. He's still very, very strong. He hasn't disappeared. He's still a very good last man standing. It's just that he's been pushed aside recently because of the large amount of blue units running around, such as Ultra Gogeta. But on that team, you also have Revival Gohan, Future Gohan. You do have the Zenkai Trunks buffing up the team. You also have the Tag Future Gohan and Trunks, the EX version that switches in and out as well. So they've been secretly getting buffs over the past few months. It's just that we haven't really directly picked up on it because there haven't been a large buff in the game. Hybrids was a very large nuisance last year, and a lot of people are very angry with the approach Legends has taken to the hybrid team, specifically allowing such shenanigans to go on. But yeah, this is going to be my pick for number 1, being an Ultra Super Saiyan Gohan that transformed into Super Saiyan 2. After that, it's going to be a Super Vegeta, and then after that, it's going to be the Ultimate Gohan or Mystic Gohan, whichever you want to call it, as my top 3 picks. On the table right now is also Z Broly, being a movie buff, because movies does need some buffs. They have gotten some love here and there, but they do need some more to be actually top tier again. And then obviously the other ones being Ozaru Punch Goku, which is very unlikely. We have the Kaioken Goku, who honestly would actually be a very outward character to throw on a second part for the anniversary. It would be very interesting to see him drop, because then it would complete the Saiyan Saga, having every hype moment that they would ever drop in that arc of the Dragon Ball Z saga. So then after that, we do have Super Pump GT Goku as my GT pick, and the rest are pretty much irrelevant. Cooler could be an option, which is not very high, and then obviously the last one is going to be Vegito, and then Super Saiyan 3. Obviously, those three you take with a grain of salt, because Vegito will come eventually. An Ultra Vegito will drop eventually, but just not right now. I really hope they don't drop him now. Having two Ultras, especially fusions, drop at the very close proximity is very dangerous. Especially considering how good Super Gogeta is right now, it's going to be very, very difficult to advocate for a Ultra Super Vegito. But there you go, guys. Those are my picks for who's going to be the iconic scenes. We will be streaming this, as I am going to repeat now. In the beginning of the video, I did say that we are going to be streaming this on the 21st, and I will be streaming my reaction to it. If you guys want to drop in and see the reaction to the information and news, make sure to stop by during the stream. Earlier in the day, we will be doing a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot stream where we pick up where we left off. We will be doing Namek Saga, so if you guys are interested in seeing that, so make sure to stop by. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think of the predictions I gave, whether you guys think they are factual or not. Do you guys think I made a good assumption with the characters, given the iconic scene status that they portray in this tweet? Or do you think I'm completely off the ball, especially with a lot of these picks? And if I am, what would be your pick for this scene? An iconic scene is finally here. So let me know down in the comment section down below, guys. My name is Hydrax. I'll catch you in the next one.